Kyle Kuzma and Dre and Michelle look just alike.
They do.
They do.
All right, let's get a little serious. We're gonna get back into another. We're gonna update everybody. Last week, we discussed a little bit of the senseless murder of Sonya Massey by Mr. Sean Grayson. I don't even call him Mr. Fuck him. This Sean Grayson. And we have some updates, and I want to talk about we're gonna talk about some other stuff if this doesn't bring it up as well.
12 this morning, and we are still learning more about the sheriff's deputy who's now being charged in a deadly shooting.
Yeah, Sean Grayson is charged in the murder of shooting and killing Illinois mother Sonya Massey. Massey called 911 early this month to report a possible prowler at her home. Body camera video shows Grayson responding, then shooting Massey. Grayson has since been fired, and reports show Grayson has had 6 different law enforcement jobs since 2020. Records from his time at the Logan County Sheriff's Office include recordings of supervisors reprimanding him for misconduct.
The sheriff and I will not tolerate lying and deception. And I have told you that I have zero tolerance for stretching the law, because when you have officers that stretch the law, they will get caught, they will get prosecuted.
Records also show a woman who filed a complaint claiming Grayson tried to watch her as she was strip searched, but paperwork shows he left the Logan County Sheriff's Office in, quote, good standing. He was then hired by the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office, where he worked during Massey's shooting just days later.
All right, Dom. I want to add a little bit more context in this as well. So recently as well, the grandmother-in-law of Sean Grayson, the woman he was going to marry, wrote a letter to the editor upset about people being upset about this. I'm going to read it for everybody here. Then I'm going to throw it to you, Don. First, to the protesters. Why are you protesting? Sean is in jail. Charges are filed, trial date to be set, and punishment to be applied. Sean is not going anywhere, so please knock off wearing out your sweat glands. So please take your signs and go home and just be humans, not the amusement or disgust to the public. Point number 2. Does anyone care about Sean's family or what horrifying reality they're dealing with? What about his fiance? He was to marry in October. She's an innocent young woman who was unfairly being persecuted. Does anyone care about the destruction of her life? She is left to deal with an emotional death. Sean's future in-law families, and to be father-in-law who is close to Sean as a father can be. A future mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and brother-in-law who's Sean's friend. Future grandparents who love Sean dearly and still do. Shock, disbelief, and reality, but an undying support for Sean. The past cannot be relived. The future is unknown. We all have each day to pray without ceasing. The Sean everyone desires to hate and persecute is not the Sean we have all known and loved. We will always support Sean. Judge not, lest ye be judged. No man, woman is without sin. There is a final judgment for all. Proud grandmother to be of Sean Grayson. Did you like my theatrics with it as we went along with it? Because I was in my mind.
The letter was already terrible, and you try to jazz it up. Okay, man. Okay, here's the thing. I was reading reports that they were also saying that I guess that Sonya had called the cops earlier that day and that he had already been to her house. You know, so I don't know if that's conflicting or not, but I was seeing stuff like that, as like that he had already been to the residence earlier she had called. But whatever.
Right now.
Ma'am, your soon-to-be son-in-law has been worked at 6 different precincts.
And another caveat, her son is the one that got him the job for this last one. The woman in the letter I just read. Just to add that in there.
You're saying, who are we to judge? Girl, we're not judging. These are the facts. His track record is not great. We just heard him being reprimanded by the sheriff. Like, come on. What do you mean, who are we to judge? Bitch, there are facts here. It is written. You want to talk about the Lord? You want to talk about things being written in red? Well, there's right there. The writing is on the wall. It's written in red.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a problem when you are not working somewhere, especially a job that is to preserve and protect. And to, I can't talk, but y'all know what the hell I'm saying. Serve and protect. It's like the spirit of Tahir creeped up on me. I got tongue tied.
The spirit of Tahir. Shout to Tahir.
But, girl, what are you saying? You know, you want to know what the rest of us are doing? Going home and sleeping next to our partners at night, because we came home and made wise decisions that afforded us the opportunity to go home. I told y'all last week what I thought. When she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, whatever demon spirit that boy had upon him and in him lashed out. And then for you,
Brenda Butterfield is her name. I wanted her name to be out there as well. Brenda Butterfield. Keep going.
And to just shoot somebody, and you knew that girl wasn't gonna throw no water on you, and she ducked. She was like, I'm sorry. You told me to go turn this water off.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no excuse for his behavior. You acting irrationally. Then you have the other cop wanting to intervene in the situation, and you telling somebody to stand the fuck down. He's like, she already did. What we gonna do? He was like, we could try to stop the bleeding. We could call somebody. Let's get this taken care of. Because somebody tried to cast a demon out of you does not mean that they deserve to die.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, he has to take that up with the Lord. I don't have to take that up with the Lord, because that's on him. And you say, listen, ma'am, save the shit. He's a terrible person. He's a terrible human being. He had a complaint filed against him. Just let it go. Yes, you could feel a type of way. You could feel sorry for your grandchild. I'm not saying not to do that, because her life has been turned upside down. I'm not gonna take that away from her at all and what she's feeling, because her feelings are valid. But bitch, he didn't have to shoot nobody.
He brought this upon her. And I want to ask why your dumbass granddaughter was with this fool.
It's Springfield.
And your son got him his job.
It just doesn't. It is what you're talking about is irrelevant to the situation at hand. Yeah, I mean, he's going to jail, because nothing in that video. I watched the video. You probably watched the video. A lot of people did. That woman's, that pot of water that she had, she turned it off. It wasn't nothing in her. She moved it to another eye, if I'm not mistaken. It was not set. You know, I could maybe even it's water. It's water. And yes, you can experience third-degree burns or second-degree. I know that. But there was nothing in her body language, in her movement, that was about to flick that water at y'all, and you know that. You incited a riot. You started it.
This whole thing is so weird, because
it's all weird.
Because then, like later on, like there's more video after he was like, "Yeah, that dumb bitch" or something like that. Like that dumb bitch crazy or something like that. He was saying, and I'm like, yo, was he just off his rocker to think that this was gonna ride?
Who's
Like
not
this was
mentally well? And bitch, you got on a mother.
a body cam.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's a certain level of delusion that comes with the white privilege. Let's just be clear.
And a cop privilege on top of that.
That too. So you're moving into the sense of how we've seen so many different things happen over time. And you know, like you might get this lesser charge, or we're seeing things where people got off. See, the Mike Brown thing, it was hard. The Trayvon thing was hard because Trayvon really wasn't hard. It was just like, it's fucking Florida. Because you on the phone and the lady, the operator is telling you, hey man, like leave the kid alone, stand back, and you shoot somebody. But Mike Brown, there's no footage. And so you're operating through this space of your name is, what's that bitch name? Derek Chauvin, or am I confused?
Brenda Butterfield. Brenda Butterfield.
No. Who was the cop? What's the bitch nigga, the bitch Yankee that killed Mike Brown? Not Derek Chauvin. Derek Chauvin is the other cop that was not Alton Sterling.
That killed Mike Brown, right?
No, Derek. Yeah, wait.
So Mike Brown's killer was Darren Wilson.
Darren Wilson. I knew it was a D. Derek Chauvin is the one that was up there, put the I can't breathe.
Yes, that Derek Chauvin is the one for brother
who put his knee on his neck.
George Floyd.
Yes, George Floyd. So it's just like it makes no sense. And so you're moving through this place of like you and I'm done. I'm just you want us to feel.
I'm looking at a thing here. They said he got fired from his last job for lying and deception. He would lie on his reports. It said the sheriff and I will not tolerate lying or deception. I have zero tolerance for stretching the law, because when you have officers stretch the law, they will get caught, they will get prosecuted, and they will handcuff the rest of law enforcement. Supervisor told Grayson, they got this on recorded on tape, him talking, his supervisor talking and saying that. Huh?
That's the one that was just played. But here's the thing. Yeah. It's like that there is, and I'm not saying that cop is a good cop, but that cop is following the protocol, what the expectations are, what the standard is supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we see how when people go to jail and all this stuff, and they be scared to have to go into general pop because they know that they have wronged a lot of people. And that their lives are over. And then also it's just like it puts so much at risk, not just for the person, it's like your family. Like it's a trickle down effect.
And it's a
Hey y'all, if y'all like what y'all see here on Everyone Needs an Aquarius, be sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast with your friends, because we got all the tea. And you know, if you want to check out more stuff from us, be sure to hit that button right there on the right side, so you can see other stuff, and again, share it with everybody.